say, I think this not very good on my part. You can grab the greater trochanter and kind of wrap your fingers around, and it's going to be superior, and it's going to be way in the inguinal crease. It's way up in there. Just think of the anatomy. Here's the femur. Here's where the greater trochanter is, and then the femoral neck of the femur goes this way, right? And then the head's this way. So I should feel that right up in here. So you can kind of get a bearing on the greater trochanter and kind of do that way. I just kind of just naturally just go there just because I know where it's at. But anyway, so this one's subjective, all right? It's kind of like, you know how we've shown you the wiggle, how we do segmental mobility on the cervical spine, and that's how we don't do segmental mobility anymore. We just kind of do that. Because when you get good, you can figure this stuff out. But she showed this, and this is what's in her new book, I guess. I don't know. I can't tell you, but I love it. This is what I use. So I think I showed this to you all last time. But dead weight, as relaxed as you can be, dead weight. And what she says is that the leg should not be heavy. Now, obviously, it has weight to it. It has some mass. But when the leg is heavy, especially when you compare it to the other side, that's indicative of there's an altered mechanics in here. It's not moving already normally, so the weight displacement is different, is what I interpret that. She didn't say that, that's my interpretation. So what she's going to do is say, how is this light? This is light. This moves well for me, okay? But she's palpating the same place you just were, and she's going to bring that hip up and see where that hip stops. And right about there for me is about where that stops. Can you feel that? If I get further, that comes from your lumbar spine. Do you see what I mean? That's fairly adequate hip flexion. Okay? What I see in the clinic is I'll get in here and the damn thing's as heavy as can be and they're a small person and that's all they got. Because if I go further, then the whole pelvis comes with them. Okay? So let's just do the other side. Just check and see. Dead weight. Dead weight, nice and relaxed, nice and relaxed. And that's about it, and that's lumbar. To me, they're symmetrical, so that's great. And I didn't feel the femur staying put or moving anterior or up. It should glide posteriorly, right? That's what happens when you have hip flexion. What happens when you don't, as I described, is the hip just stops, it's heavy, and that femur or the head of the femoral head just stays there. It doesn't move anymore, and that's the end. Okay. So a quick example is asked about athletes. Okay. I just got a